So one of the best pieces of advice that I ever got when I was in college was from a professor that told us some of the best financial advice he could give us is to live the first year of your life out of college like you did while you're in college. And I was like, I got to thinking about that. And, in college, you're not making any money really, unless you get a part-time job or co-op program like we did or whatever. But at the same time, you have a microscope on your expenses pretty much. You're living as cheap as you possibly can live, and you're having to pay tuition and things like that. Well, all of a sudden, when you get out of school, you turn around and you start making $50,000 or $100,000 or something like that, and you're still if you can still spend the same amount that you were spending and keep those expenses under that microscope, there's a big chunk of money now that you are going to accumulate in that 12-month period of time.
Yeah.
And that can have, with compounding interest, that can have just a phenomenal effect on your life 10 years from now. The problem that I see, because we hired a bunch of undergrad or graduates, recent graduates, the problem I see that they experience is, it's like you said, their expenses are in a direct correlation to their income.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can make your income, the rate of your income increase is that rate is much higher than your rate that your expenses increase. Those two, one line's kind of flat on expenses, and one line is sort of going up at a 45-degree angle on your income. And the difference between those two lines, the further you go, gets bigger, bigger, and bigger. And to me, that's sort of the first step in putting yourself in a position to start generating wealth versus just income, expenses, and just maintaining these lifestyles that you have.